Greetings to everybody. It's Jeffrey Guterman and I'm back. I had to discontinue this ball game. And we're in the middle of the seventh inning stretch. It's 3-2 Montreal. And I want to thank you for joining us. Now, I don't know that this game is going to last very long. It's in process. And if looking ahead at our schedule, the next game we have scheduled is actually a double header. The Pirates at the Mets. And that's big because the Cardinals are 3 1/2 behind. Even a sweep by the Mets would leave St. Louis 2 1/2 behind. But you can hope. Get myself some coffee, and I want to thank you all for being here. I don't know how I'm going to work this. I may, just depending on how quickly this game is, I may just go right into the Pittsburgh Mets double header. Maybe not. Maybe go right in. Maybe do a different file. Well, Jerry Robertson, I'm so sorry. Bill Wilson is the new pitcher for Champion. And it is a tight ball game, no doubt about it. Trying to keep my worries at bay. was going to cut my balls off. Worst scenario is not the end of the world, and then if it is the end of the world, then there's nothing left. So that's where we're at. Jerry Robertson, who has pitched very good baseball, he's allowed 2 runs in 7. He's on the winning end of this ball game, and he's going to come in to hit here. His first endurance was last inning, and he continues to have full endurance. And love to hear from you in the live chat. Okay, here's Bill Wilson, right-hander, facing Robertson, switch hitter, batting left. And here's the pitch from Wilson. That is 6-4. Switch hitter batting left, and he flies it to center. And under it is Heisel, who's playing center field now. And that's 1 away. And coming up is Marv Stale. Good morning, Demos. Great to see you. Marv Stale is non-carded. We have him electronically. And I've got to go see if I can pull him out again. I think no. Let's see. There he is. And he's got a pretty good card. So here's Stale with 1 out and nobody on, facing Wilson. Here's Wilson now, the windup and the pitch to Stale. That is a 5-4, left-handed. Left-handed hitter. That's going to be a catcher X. Ryan a 2-3. (15-2). It's going to be a pop-up in foul territory. Let's see if he gets to it. Ryan, 6'10", 12. He's an E3, and he does. It's a foul out by Stale, 2 away. And I hope everything's good with you, Demos, on this Monday morning. And now the batter is Jim Ferre. Jim Ferre steps into the batter's box. He's 0 for 3 today. I'm glad. Hello, Jimmy Jam. Okay, here's Ferre, 0 for 3. 2 outs, nobody on, bottom of the 7th. Expos with a 3-2 lead. And the pitch from Wilson. That's going to be 4-8. Left-handed, and he struck him out. So Wilson looked very nice there in his first inning of relief, striking out Ferre to retire the side on a 4-8 left-handed. We've gone 7. And it is still 3-2 Montreal. I want to let you all know it's Pittsburgh at the New York Mets doubleheader. And that is our next game on schedule. My plan, since this game is in process, was started this half inning, is to set it up live and go through it leisurely as I wish. Well, here's Jerry Robertson now in his second inning of endurance. He really, look at him. He was 5-16 with a 3.96 ERA. Boy, I'm surprised. That's a bad record for an ERA that's so fairly decent. And a very good morning to Kathy, my friend. Stay cool. Stay cool out there. And here's Terry Harmon now. Harmon 0 for 3. Okay, Robertson. I got my coffee, Kathy, even though I'm working down off my first pot already. Here's Robertson. And the pitch to Harmon. That's 6-6, right-handed, flies it to right. Staub is under it. And that's the first out. Robertson continues his winning ways. A 6-6, Harmon retired. Here's Callison now. You got to be careful of these big bats, Callison and Allen. And then you have Johnson, and then you have Heisel, who came in to pinch hit for Reed and is playing center field right now. Here's Callison now. Callison doubled in the first and was left on. Robertson into his windup, and here's the pitch to Callison. That's 110 right-handed. Oh my, it's a ballpark blast. This is what we were talking about. It's 12. And Montreal, I don't think, is too big, left-handed. And that is, oh, it's caught by Staub. Oh my. A beautiful catch by Rusty Staub at the wall. Let's look at that again. It was a 110 on Callison against the right-hander, and that is a ballpark blast against the right-hander. And it was a 12 on that devil die, the devil die, DD. and a left-hander in Montreal. 1-9, it's gone. And it's a 12. So it's caught by Staub. Second put out by Staub this inning, and wow. That's 2 outs. Here's Big Dick Allen now. That was a scare. Robertson trying to hold on to the lead here for Montreal. Allen at the plate, Johnson on deck. Robertson gets the sign from Bateman. And here's the pitch to Allen. That's 2-7, and he struck him out. And that will retire the side, and that's a 1-2-3 for Robertson, his 8th strikeout of this ball game. And now we're moving to the bottom of the 8th. If you're looking ahead to the top of the 9th for the Phillies, it will be Johnson. It'll be, I'm sorry, yeah, Johnson, Heisel, and Money. It's a 1-run ball game. It's going to be Staub leading it off. He gets a good hand. Staub 1 for 2, walked, singled, left on. Here's Wilson now in his 2nd inning of relief. And the pitch to Staub. That's 6-12, left-handed, flies it to left X. Under that is Johnson. He's a 4-5. Watch out. That's dangerous out there. There it is, 4-5-6-4. It's going to be an S2 base hit for Staub. And Johnson E5, 6, 7, 8. And that will be a base hit. A leadoff single by Staub here in the bottom of the 8th. And I'm sure the Expos would appreciate a insurance here. Wilson, by the way, is a -2 quotient. That makes Staub 1-11. Not being held even. So he will not be held. That makes him a 1-13, 1-11. With a lead. Okay, here's Ron Fairley. Fairley is 0 for 2. He walked, reached on a force and scored in that 3-run inning, and then popped to Ryan, the catcher. Here's Wilson now. And the pitch to Fairley. That's 2-4. He grounds it to short. That's a B. That will force Staub. And that'll be one out with Fairley on first. Look at Fairley, a 1-20. He's got such a minimal chance. Is it even worth our time to look at? It's when he got a lead once on a 2. Makes him a 1-12, 1-18, 1-16 with a lead. If held, but he's not being held. So he's a 1-18. I guess it's worth trying. He's not being held. That's a long shot. No, he does not get the lead. And he's not being held. I don't know if you go through that demos, if you go through those sort of ruminations, those sort of thought processes, like I am. I think I'm doing it right after you've taught me. So Fairley on first with one out, and here's Big Mac Jones. Thank you, Demos. I don't know if you would have done that. Not held him and rolled for the lead, even though it's a 2. Wonder if you would have done the same thing. I mean, because it's worth it, right? Here's Jones now. The pitch from Wilson. 4-6 left-handed. He struck him out. That's Wilson's second strikeout today in relief. And here's Coco LeBoy. It's been quite a well-played ball game. All the runs were scored in the 4th. 2-run triple by Scott Reed, who went on to have a pinch hit. I guess they thought that was a fluke. And then the 3 runs in the bottom of the 4th. Off champion. Here's Coco now with 2 outs and Fairley on first. Well, Joel, that's true, Joel. Oh, the pickoff rule. Okay, because I don't, with Fairley, he had no out there on attempting the lead. Now, the pickoff rule is something else I think you're talking about. And I don't do that. If that's the case, I don't do that. I haven't learned that yet, Joel, if that's what you're referring to. That's whoa, that's shit. I'd have to go look that up and figure it out. Is that correct? It's a whole different rule. Here's LeBoy now. The pitch from Wilson. 6-6 right-handed, and that's going to be a base hit by Coco. A 6-6 single, and Fairley goes to second and holds. Wilson has 4. Innings of endurance. Now it's a clutch situation here with John Bateman 2 for 3 today. Here's Wilson now, trying to get out of this. The pitch to Bateman. 6-7 right-handed, walked him. Oh my. That's going to load the bases here with 2 outs for Bobby Wine. This could be the opportunity for the Expos to get some insurance here. If you're looking ahead, again, it'll be Johnson, Heisel, and Money in the 9th for the Phillies. Here's Wine now. Bases are full, 2 outs. Wilson, full wind up. And the pitch to Wine. 3-9, and he flies it to left. Looks like Wilson's going to get out of this. Under it is Johnson. He makes the catch, and the side is retired. The Expos, very pesky there, but they strand 3. And the side is retired. So we've gone 8. We're heading to the 9th. And Jerry Robertson, who's gone all the way in his 3rd endurance inning, pickoff play, page 10. It never ends. There's pickoffs and balks optional. You see that? If you're using the optional system for individual balks, wild pitches, and passed balls, pickoffs and balks are possible when using the supplementary stealing system. A more complete description of the balk, wild pitch, passed ball system is in section 29. We include the pickoff balk play here for your convenience. When rolling for a lead, also roll the 20-sided die. Along with the 2 colored dice. If the 20-sided die is 3 to 20, discard the 20-sided die and continue normally with the supplementary stealing system, which I assume is the super advanced. If a steal is attempted, you'll need to roll the 20-sided die again. If the 20-sided die roll is 1, the runner attempting the lead may be picked off. Refer to the runner's second steal success rating in parentheses. And roll the 20s. Oh my God, this, you know, this, you know, Joel, I got too much on my plate to do this rule. Wow. If I were in better shape emotionally and physically, I might do it. I hope you all understand that I don't do the rule. Okay? So, but thanks for bringing that to my attention. Well, here's Jerry Robertson trying to win it here. It's a 3-2 game. It'll be Johnson, Heisel, and Money. Here's DJ Johnson. Appreciate your understanding. That is a never ends, like you say. Here's Robertson now. Johnson 2 for 3 today. Here's the pitch. 5-6, right-handed, struck him out. Number 9 for Robertson. And boy, it would be nice to see him complete this game. I don't know if it's me. I guess it's my emotional state these days. I used to enjoy comebacks and this and that, but I just don't know if I'm up to a comeback here by the Phillies. I would like to get this ball game done. Here's Larry Heisel now. Again, Heisel pinch hit for Reed in the 6th. A little strange given that Reed tripled into the only 2 runs. However, that was off the pitcher's card, and that's where you're sort of gaming the system, I guess, you know, the Strat-O-Matic system, that despite that, you know, they might have let him hit thinking he's hot or something, but, you know, but that's what we did. Now here's Heisel now. One swing can tie it up. Robertson, the wind-up. Pitch to Heisel. Uh-oh, 3-9. Oh, he struck him out. That's number 10. Oh, my. And here's Don Money, a 229 hitter. And there's really nobody much better. We've already, well, we could use Rick Joseph, who has power. I think that would make sense, using Rick Joseph with 2 outs. That's why. 2 outs. Rick Joseph has power. And that's what we're going to do in the event that we need to replace, if he's lucky enough to keep it going here, and we need a shortstop. Can you believe I can't find another shortstop for money? My God, don't tell me he's the only shortstop. That's ridiculous. There's got to be someone in the lineup, because he doesn't play short. Oh, Harmon. Sure, Harmon could come in to play short, and then we'd find a second baseman. We'd have Joseph stay in the game. So it's going to be Rick Joseph. We need a home run, thank you. I am so full of doubt these days. Things got a little better for me this morning. I eliminated, I should say, a major worry that I had by making a phone call. And, but of course it brings in new worries, you know, all the other worries, but I can make the choice just not to worry and do the best I can and just go ahead. So here's Rick Joseph stepping in, right-handed hitter, facing Jerry Robertson. Look at that. 2-4, 1-14. It's a tie ball game. 2-11 ballpark blast. (1-19). It's a tie ball game. So here's Jerry Robertson facing Rick Joseph. Here's the windup. The pitch to Joseph. That's a 5-6 right-handed, and he struck him out. And he struck out the side here in the end here. It was a 5-6 right-handed. Wow, I don't know. He has actually a pretty good ratio, but he struck out 11 in this game. And that is the ball game. The final score, and what a game it was: Montreal 3, Philadelphia 2. The win goes to Robertson. He went all the way, complete game win. Six hits allowed. Walked 2, struck out 11, allowed 2 runs. The loss goes to Champion, who didn't pitch awfully. He pitched, Wilson pitched 2 innings, allowed 2 hits, walked 1, struck out 2, and allowed no runs. Pesky Expos win. The final line: Montreal 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors. Phillies 2 runs, 6 hits, and no errors. So that's going to do it here, folks. I have to enter these 2 games. I do 2 at a time. Okay, I got to enter this Minnesota game, 6-5 over Seattle, which was the prior game. And then if I have the gumption, I'm going to set up at least I'm going to set it up, maybe live. I don't know if I'm going to play any of it or what, but I'm going to set up the Pirates at the Mets at Shea Stadium doubleheader. I want to thank everybody for being here: Kathy, Demos, Joel, Jimmy Jam, and everybody else who was here. Thank you. Thank you, Kathy. It shouldn't take me long to input all this, so you might, if you're interested, you might want to look ahead to my setup, at least, of the doubleheader between the Pirates at the Mets. And once I know I'm ready to do it, I will set that up. Thank you, and take care.